I have a real treat for you today. It's a lemon pound cake, and it's not just one lemon pound cake, it's 2 lemon pound cakes. So you can make 2, you can freeze one, or you can take it to your friends at work, or you can hoard it in your closet, hide it from your children, whatever you want to do. You might want to do the last option because it's so delicious. In this measuring cup, I have 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. To that, I'm adding the zest of 2 whole lemons, so it's a very lemony pound cake. There will also be lemon juice added after, 1/3 of a cup. Depends on how juicy your lemons are as to how many that'll be. It's at least 1, probably like 1.5. You can add your lemon juice straight to your buttermilk mixture and then just set it aside while you whisk your dry ingredients. In this bowl, I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Give it a little whisk. Add 1.5 teaspoons of coarse salt. If you're using fine salt, use 3/4 of a teaspoon. Otherwise, your cakes will be really salty. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Also 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Be sure to whisk everything evenly. Set that aside, then get your pans ready. I have 2 4.5 by 8.5 inch pans. They need to be buttered and floured. So have some room temperature butter and a pastry brush. I find this is the best way to butter. When I was growing up, we used to just take the piece of butter in the little wrapper and rub it inside, but it's not as, you don't get into the corners as well, and you don't get the coverage that you get if you use a pastry brush. Flour your pans as well. So just dust with a little bit of flour, making sure that gets all over. Anywhere there's butter, the flour will stick. This helps removing your cakes when they're done. What you end up with is a very fine coating of flour, and like I said, that helps ensure that your cakes remove very easily when they're done. In my mixer, I have 2 cups of sugar and 2 sticks of butter. The butter is also room temperature, just like the butter I used for buttering my pans. Cream it until it's light and fluffy. This is particularly important with pound cakes because this is what helps them rise. In addition to those leaveners, it's the creaming process that really keeps them nice and light and tender. Same thing goes for the eggs. In a classic pound cake, the only leavener that's in there are the eggs. So make sure that you beat them really well and get them nice and fluffy before you add another egg. 5 large eggs. Once one egg is fully combined, add another one. Start with your dry ingredients. You can add your dry mixture as the machine is going if you dare. Not a lot of room. The remaining liquid, and then the remaining dry ingredients. And that's your batter. Looks good. Make sure your oven is preheating to 350 degrees at this point. Divide the batter evenly between your prepared pans. These need to bake for 50 to 60 minutes or until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. After the cakes come out of the oven, cool them in the pans for 15 minutes and then turn them out onto a wire rack to cool completely. You want them on the wire rack to help with cooling, but also because, ta-da, you're gonna glaze them and you want the glaze to drip down into the pan below. So make your glaze. This is 2 cups of confectioner's sugar, and you'll add 3, maybe 4 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice. Start with like 2 and then whisk in, and you wanna be careful because sometimes this turns into like a syrupy glaze that won't coat anything in like a matter of seconds. So add your lemon juice slowly. What you're looking for is a sort of smooth, pourable glaze that coats your cakes. Now I'm gonna glaze. Theoretically, you're supposed to wait until the glaze sets before you eat this. So, I don't know, make some plans that make it so you have to go out for about 30 minutes, otherwise you're probably gonna eat it right away. You can skip the glaze, but why would you want to? All the excess will drip down onto the pan and then it's easy to clean up. Now all you have to do is wait. This is one amazing over-the-top lemon pound cake. One for now, one for later. guys, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to click here if you want to subscribe, and click over here if you want to continue watching more great videos like this.